everyone, and welcome to the channel. I am Lourdes of Order and Intuition. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel so you can receive uploads when I put them on the platform. Those of you who are joining us for the first time, welcome. Welcome on in. This channel is for the real divine earthly role models where we seek our inner kingdom first. So, welcome. Role models, this message is credited by way of the Most Highest. In our energies name, let's get started. Ashe. All right, so my intuition is saying just because a person looks a certain way, that doesn't mean that's who they are. I feel like a lot of people, they don't know how to read energy. They just look at the outside appearance. I'm not saying that appearance, you have to look crazy or a certain way, or you know what I mean? It should be based on how you feel at that time. Okay, but I feel like a lot of people, they judge people off of just because they look a certain way, and then when they get their bubble burst, that's not who they are. Then that's where the hate, falseness, competing and compare. It's like y'all want to see people in a bad state, or you want to look at people and judge them when you're really supposed to be inner judging yourself. Okay, focusing on yourself. Okay, instead of worrying about other people outside of you. Okay, so let's get started. First card we got, this is a new beginning. Okay, you could be just now starting something. Okay, you could be in a new stage of doing something, or this could be a whole different environment for you, and people are looking at you in a certain kind of way with this full card, because maybe this is new covered ground for you, maybe. Okay, and maybe you're in an area to where other people are looking at you in a certain way, and it's like they haven't even opened up to try to talk to you, or try to say anything to you to really get to know who you are. So I feel like right now it's like everybody look at you like you're the fool, which it's not bad. Okay, but it's sad how people, don't get to know a person first before they just end up putting their own judgment upon them. Yeah. So whatever this is, like, it's brighter days for you. It's brighter days ahead for you. Okay. It's like you have this light on the inside of you, but on the outside, you don't look like your outside, basically, with the sun card doesn't look like your inside. Okay. And I feel like just because, you look a certain way, people, they misjudge you to a certain extent, or they have some type of society way of how society will project that's what that person is, whether if this is the color they are, the texture of their hair, the height, the weight, whatever. But with this Five of Swords at the top, it's like you had encountered some type of conflict that had dealt with a person, a place, you being in a place or whatever, that looked at you in a certain kind of way. Maybe you was driving a certain kind of car or something like that, and people were looking at you like you shouldn't be driving that car. Maybe they say, oh, maybe you are selling something that is illegal or something like that. I'm picking up. Yeah. But I feel like it's all because you love yourself and you love the Most High. Okay. You look to the Most High for instructions and directions, and you can't help that it blossoms, okay, with the Sun card, and blooms out, and others outside of you are judging you. But I really feel like you don't really care. You know what I'm saying? You're going to always shine and be who you are. You're going to always shine and love yourself and be who you are. You're always going to connect to the Most High, and whatever directions that the Most High give you, is like you're going to follow those instructions, okay? And that's why they can't, some people can't, they can't stand your light to a certain extent. So they want to judge you off just because you have a certain outer appearance. Maybe some people are judging you because they feel like, oh, you're pretty, and you're automatically think you're mean, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just something, yeah. Six of Cups. So maybe you were out and about in some type of general public, a place, and people judge you in a certain kind of way. Maybe everybody around you were maybe drinking, or maybe they had some type of substance or something like that, and they automatically thought that that's how you were, and that's not how you are. It's like they misjudged you. It's like maybe you was maybe maybe you was hanging around certain people that were doing that, or you were at a place to where maybe you worked there at a place to where people maybe thought that's what you were, but it turned out that you wasn't, or something like that. It turned out that you wasn't. We got the world card. Yeah. They thought, see, it's like with this world card, it's like you're in the world with this world card, right? But you're not of it. Means like you don't just go off society type basis of three-dimensional things in the world just because you look a certain way, or just because certain people act a certain way. That doesn't mean that you're connected to that just because society puts it out there like that. You know what I mean? I feel like you're not worldly. All right, does that make sense? Yeah. Page of Swords. It's like, remember I said you're the fool. It's like you're in this new environment. I feel like some people, because maybe you speak very clearly and you don't communicate like others. You know what I mean? It's like you maybe just because of your voice, or just because of how you talk or something like that, or maybe you have an accent, people kind of want to judge that as well. Okay. And I feel like with this tower moment, sometimes you feel out of place. But when you come to this reading, this is your confirmation. You're not out of place. You're exactly where you need to be. Everybody is different, you know, and that's what people need to accept. That's why it's always important to learn how to not only read yourself from the inside out, but be very stable with yourself from inside, and also be able to project that on the outside. But you also need to know how to read other people's energy as well. You know what I mean? Don't just look at the outer core of a person, right? Just because they dress nice, or they look nice, or just because they might be wearing sneakers that are old, or clothes that, are not with the recent fashion, sense that is like with the right now. That does not mean that they are less of a person, or that does not mean that they're higher than a person. It just means that they are who they are, and that's who they want to be. We all have potential to grow, whether if it's a high level or a low level. All has potential to grow, no matter where you are in life. Okay. People just need to start, stop linking up in groups, and stop trying to, judge other people on the outside, when really you need to judge yourself from within first. You know what I'm saying? What else you got for us, Spirit? Go ahead and like and subscribe, please. Thank you so much. I feel like this message was very, random. I was laying back on my bed, and boom, it just popped up. And I'm like, okay, that's a reading. Yeah. The Lovers. Yeah. It could be that the Lovers. I'm getting that some of you could be dating somebody that is maybe outside of your race, or just a different ethnicity from you. And people that, when y'all go places, they could judge y'all to a certain extent. They could look at y'all kind of weird and funny, or something like that. And people just need to really stop doing stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And kind of, because it makes other people feel uncomfortable. I feel like naturally, you know, people should be with who they want to be with, and be whatever they're connected to be the and the reason why they come here. But when you're dealing with society, you got people that if they like a certain type, or they like their heart is connected to a certain person, it's like people always look for validation from the outside of them, but rather not connecting to that inside from within. If a person fits you and that is your lover, then let it fit you. Okay. You don't need to, be listening to the outside world and, oh, this is the type that you should date because you're this color, or this is the type of person you should date because you drive this car, or this is the type of person you date. You know what I mean? Like, love who you love, connect with who you connect with, because a lot of people that are in these fake relationships are only in them because society only approves the validation of whatever type of characteristic or type of person that is. Love who you love who you love genuinely, and be in alignment for whatever direction the Most High, Mother and Father, want you to go in, and who they want you to connect and be with. You're going to feel that, you're going to connect that. But just because, certain people look a certain way, that does not mean who they are. So stop judging. The best thing you can do is judge yourself and have control of that inner being and that inner dialect and that inner, chamber of who you really are, and blossom to bloom that out and align in that direction. When the opportunity arises, or when a feeling comes within you, then that's what you're supposed to do. That's what you're supposed to be, So you have to continue to look from within and really make that inner connection and that inner dialection, so you can get those instructions and know exactly where you're supposed to go, or who you're supposed to be with here in life, and also hold those standards, morals, and valuables very, very close to you. Because if you don't, society will already direct you in the direction that they want you to go in, and there you go. You don't even know how you got there. You don't know how you got into the relationship. You don't even know how you got into the situation, and you can't even find a solution. So connect for who you are. Okay. Connect from who you are, and always continue to connect and speak to the Most High. All right. And that will give you a direction. So, Spirit, what else you got for us, please? Go ahead and like and subscribe, y'all. Thank you so much. Side story. What we got here? Yeah, I feel like a lot of y'all need to be patient, okay, with your healing process, and continue to create, okay, and be who you're supposed to be. Side note, when cards pop out like that, I don't know, just been, that's for somebody, or some of you. What else you got for a Spirit? One more card. One more card. Yeah, that's that. It's certain things that y'all need to put to death. Okay. Here on earth, and continue to align yourself as above, so below. Okay, as above, so below. Some of y'all, you're not going to be able to get out of this situation. You're going to take this with you until the day you transition. Okay, with that death card. And it's like, speak your truth. Man, why was I like that? Speak your truth and be whoever you are, who you want to be, but have a stable, in control of who you really are. Don't just be out here just, wilding out, things like that. Mm-hmm. So I feel like with that Eight of Swords, I just saw the Eight of Swords. I don't know if it's gonna pop out again, but I feel like there's a lot of people that have, some of you worry about what other people say, and that's not good. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you need to do is connect with the Most High. That's all you need to do. Let's see what else you got. Spirit. Patience. Patience is a virtue, that temperance card. Yeah. Yeah. It's like you're becoming, from what you were before and coming to the forefront of who you really are now. So I feel like a lot of you are going through that within process and that healing process. Okay. You really, really are. And you're valuing yourself, so you're growing. Okay. And you're connecting more to your higher self. Okay. And it's giving you your real direction. And I feel like you're starting to know, who's who, what's what, because I feel like you're doing a lot of inner introspection, because how can I make this up? Y'all see me shuffle the cards. I feel like you're making a lot of inner introspection. See, that's the Hermit card. Y'all see that? I can't make this up. I didn't pull this card out like 3 different times. It was at the bottom of the deck first. Now it's really significant. It's like y'all need to go from within to really know who you are, because people, either way it go, people are going to judge you. Either way it go. No matter if you're on a job, no matter if it's out in general public, no matter, if it's at school or wherever, you might as well, either way it go, people are going to talk about you because people talk, right? Just be whoever you are, okay? For real. People are going to talk regardlessly. Nine swords, okay? But it's like you're going through this healing process. So just keep going no matter what. They're going to judge you on the outside anyways, but don't be like, oh, I don't want to wear that because I don't want people to look at me, or, you know what I'm saying? Don't be, oh, I don't want to drive this because I don't want people to, think I'm this and I'm that. Be who you are. As long as it's in alignment from on high, you have nothing to worry about. Okay. It's all going to continue to make sense, and things are going to continue to grow, and things are going to change, because when it changes, that means you're growing. Okay. That means you're growing. What is this full part? Go ahead and like and subscribe, please. Thank you. I want to get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month. So y'all help me out with that. So help me out with that. That was the moon card. See? It's like you making it's like you're the moon card. It's like something that it's like, okay. It's like maybe out front you put like, okay, maybe your outer core, your outer shells, like, this is who I am, but people don't see the real who you really are. I feel like a lot of you, you get people look at you a lot, right? And they judge you without even speaking to you, right? And I feel like when they judge you, it's like they're quick to judge you, right? Eight of Wands, but they don't know, like, you are really this great person. You know what I mean? I don't know how to really say it. Some of you, you get judged because of the vehicles you drive or something like that. I don't know. Okay. What is this? Six of Cups. Okay, I was making sure I was still recording, y'all. Six of Cups. We got Sun card popped out again. Okay. To the Ace of Cups. Both of those popped out. Yeah. So it's like, I feel like people are really attracted to your light. Okay. Because it's like, whoever you are, whatever you are connected to, basically the source, it's like it's poured into you. And I feel like you spread that light onto others, friends, family. Maybe some of you are a part of some type of community. Maybe it's some volunteering or something, some type of service, maybe. What is this Lover's card? This is our card. Two cards popped out again. See, and they both sit standing up. Yeah. With this Three of Pentacles to the Ace of Swords, right? And it fell up right underneath this Lovers card over here. It's like if some of you, whatever type of relationship you're in, okay, it's like keep aligning it, keep going. It is meant to be, okay? And I don't, maybe some of you, when you're out in public, they judge you for the person that you're dating, you know? So it's working. Keep on allowing it to work and keep on going. All right. And whatever y'all been through, you're in a healing stage, you're in a healing process. Okay. Yeah. Seven of Wands. It says protect this relationship. That's what it's saying. Protect this relationship. Because I feel like there has been some tower moments and some difficulties within the relationship, but I feel like you guys are y'all healing something, and it's only because the society and outside world, they judge that, and y'all really do love each other. So don't let the outside forces come to your relationship and destroy it. Okay. So just keep going, keep being aligned, keep investing in this relationship. Make sure y'all communicate. You make sure y'all know the reason why y'all together, and keep on building, keep on stacking, keep on investing. All right. What is this Death card? When two cards pop out like that, I like to just keep them under the cards that they're meant to, because we're building a picture here. That's what we're doing. We're forming a picture. So what's the Death card? Thank you, Spirit. Three of Swords. So I feel like, yeah, it's like you don't care no more. It's like you're gonna look the way you look. You're gonna communicate whoever you want to communicate with. You're going to, you know what I mean? It's not like, I'm not saying like you're gonna just be out here just like don't care. It's like you're gonna get rid of any three-dimensional things that's deals with people, places, and certain type of possessions. You're gonna put those things to death, especially if it doesn't serve you. Okay? Point blank, period. There's the ending. You see what I'm saying? It's an ending. Yeah. You're gonna mend the holes in the gaps, and you're gonna keep on streaming upon. You know what I mean? You're going to safeguard yourself from within. And you're going to blossom to bloom. Whatever the direction and instructions you're going to listen to from on high, no matter what, you're going to safeguard and you're going to protect that. Some of you are going to be, working behind the scenes. You're going to be working on doing personal growth first. So certain things are going to put it down. What is this temperance card, Spirit? Thank you. Yep. See? The Queen of Swords. Mm-hmm. I feel like the truth of who you really are is coming forward. It's like you're not going to hide anymore. Not only you're going to show your appearance of who you really are in action, but you're also going to fit a voice with it. And your voice, you're going to use your voice, and you're going to really blossom to bloom that out, and it's going to just come out, and you're just going to be about. Yeah. Whatever you want. You're going to be about whatever manifestations that are supposed to come from you. Point blank, period. Mm-hmm. You're going to intelligently work from within. Okay. Yeah. Whatever the naysayers got to say, I feel like you're going to really use your voice. And if you agree to disagree, that's fine, but you're still going to say what you need to say, how you want to say it. And hey, it's going to get across. You're going to cross communicate very well about what you want. Yeah. You're planting new seeds. Okay. You're investing in oneself. What is this Hermit card, Spirit? What is the Hermit card? Thank you. Haha. Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like maybe behind the scenes, uh you were in a group with people and they don't accept you like that to a certain extent. Maybe because you're a different ethnic or background. But I feel like because you're coming to be whoever you're becoming to be, and you're coming forth of how you speak because you would and how you really feel deeply from within, you're going to be so high. It's like they're not even, only thing they can do is reach, but they can't, they're not, you're not going to be like, you know what I'm saying, they're going to respect you. Okay, they're going to respect you. Okay. People need to really start speaking and, using their words with people to talk to them. Don't just judge them because of their weight. You don't know what type of intelligence that person holds. Don't judge them because of their color. You don't know what type of inner intellect that person holds. Okay. Don't judge them because of their eye color, their hair color, or the way they dress, or where they live, certain type of environment, what type of car they drive. Like, people need to stop. That's why, a lot of people are not as connected as they could be, or they're not where they're supposed to be because they have missed over their blessing. You don't know how, that your next blessing is going to come, or who is going to come through. Okay. So that's why I'm teaching y'all role models to really, look from within and know how to read energy. Okay. That's why we call ourselves role models here on this channel, because we have to be role models out here in the world where it's so chaotic and confused and full of, deceit and deception and hate and anger and boastfulness and competing and comparing and lying and being deceitful and being evil. I mean, can I go on? Okay, for real. Like and subscribe, y'all. So now that we got a full picture, let's get some insights, and we'll go from there. If y'all want to do some shopping, go ahead and purchase a t-shirt. They are highly, highly protected no matter where you are in the world. I do accept Afterpay. There is also an ebook called Self-Love Journey. If you're on that journey, I would advise you to get that book. It's a very easy read. It gets straight, simple, and to the point. Just put your email in and it will come straight to your email. It's for free. If y'all want a reading from me, put that down below. Let me know, and then we can discuss a comfortable price, and then we can go from there. All right. Let's see what else we got. The Fool, the Six of Cups. Let's clarify this first phase of the photo. Of the photo of our picture. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. See, you can live in the most beautiful home, drive the most beautiful car, but when you're kind of like out in public, where you live or what you drive doesn't match what you look like out in public, because really you're the Ten of Pentacles. I feel like you're in you're covering new ground. I feel like you're in a new environment. I feel, see, the Fool is coming out again, y'all. That was at the bottom of the deck. I cannot make this up. I feel like you're starting a new beginning. You're somewhere, you're starting a new beginning, even if it's coming from within. Maybe you don't, connect to religion anymore, and now you're spiritual, or you're an evolutionist or something like that, and you're just new in this field of maybe work, and people are judging you off just by how other people are perceiving you, not even having a conversation with you. They're already judging you, but they don't know that you're this Ten of Pentacles, that you hold this gold, okay, this grand gold of jewels and gems and rubies from within you that comes from the source. They don't know about that. You see what I'm saying? But eventually they're going to know, because you're the Ten of Pentacles. So you get all your pouring from the Most High. They know there's a light about you, but they can't quite put their finger on it, right? That's why it's important to read energy. Stop Make your own perception. Stop judging people because of what they look like, where they live, what color they are, their hair texture, their eye color, their height, their weight. You don't know nothing about this person because you didn't have a conversation. You just did a society validation check, what is accepted, when you don't even accept yourself. Does that make sense? I'm not speaking to my role. I'm talking to people that do this. I'm giving y'all the formula to the framework that was already in your mind. So these are things to just really think about. You see? Who's at the top of the day? Yeah, I feel like a lot of you're not going to cry over nothing in the past. Okay? You're only going to be looking to the future. Okay? Those are only feelings you're going to be felt and have feelings about. Any of this past, people or places, you're not going to deal with. Okay? Let's clarify this next phase of this picture. What you got for us, Spirit? Ooh, damn it. Hold on, y'all. So another side note, the King of Wands. Yeah. See, I told y'all, just like y'all, this people don't you might not look like this, but this is who you are. You know what I mean? And it's like people judge you, but judgment is going to be upon them. Okay? Because the truth of the real of who you are is really going to come about, and everybody's going to know because it's going to be shown. You're the one receiving things. Clarify this second phase of the picture. Yes, see? A lot of people, they don't know what kind of home. I'm not saying like, oh, materialistic things is everything, but they don't know what kind of home you have, especially the home that you have from within. It's very stable. Like, I feel like you clean house from within. Okay, not only the physical house that's here on earth, but I feel like you clean house from within. You're stable from within. Okay, I feel like you're well grounded from within yourself because maybe y'all left a relationship that wasn't serving you to a certain extent, and now you're stable from within. You're putting certain things to death, right, to be stable from within, right? Or you're saving this relationship, and now because y'all don't care about what the outside world has to say, it's like now you have a happy, stable home. Okay. You're letting go of people, places, and possessions, and you're not really caring about what other people have to say. Okay? You're letting that things go, and you're putting things to death. New beginnings are here. See, a lot of people don't know that you are this person. They just judging you off of what the next, maybe because you're not going to get along with everybody. Yes, we know that. But get to know a person first before you judge them. Just because you're at work and there's a group of people that don't like a certain person, that don't mean you got to dislike them too. That person could be holding your next blessing. That's why you're in the fucked up situation that you're in now. Let's be real about the whole situation. This is why you're getting fake love from people that don't really fuck with you now, and you know they don't fuck with you. Let's be real about the whole situation. Stop clicking up in groups that you know that's not really grouping, that's really not a community, but really the whole time they're using you. Let's be real about the whole situation. I mean, we can cover all grounds and all areas. Stop judging people just because they look a certain way. If you do to a certain extent, have an approachable way of how you do it. Speak to that person. Talk to that person. You don't know people's ups. You don't know people's downs. You don't know where they come from. You don't know where they've been. Whatever. Okay? Let's be great role models, and let's keep rolling, and let's be a model out here on earth, because that's what we are. That's what we do. This is next phase. Spirit of our picture. Another side note. Okay. Okay. Either way it go, things are going to balance out, right? And because they're balancing out, it's like you're going to have many opportunities that are going to come to you. Okay. Because you're this stable person from within, switch your energies as you wish. As long as you keep on valuing yourself and investing within your one self. So just keep on going because you are going in a righteous direction. Clarifying this next phase. See, justice is here. Oops, let's drop the cards. Justice is here. Okay? Your trials and tribulations, I'm not saying they're going to be over, but they have gotten lighter because the truth has of who you are really has coming out. Because you have really like stood your ground and was stable from within. I feel like a lot of people, they change their self, they lose their self from within, but I feel like you haven't. But these other people, they want to judge other people because they're certain a certain way, or that's how they are, but that does not mean that, y'all. Y'all got to stop that. For real. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify with some oracle cards, like the direction you're supposed to be going in, your life purpose, whatever. You know, you ain't got time to be focused in the outside world and what people think about you and where you should be doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's all not okay to get direction, but know who you get direction from. You got to be able to read people's energy. I'm not saying like on the outside of them just because they dress nice, they look nice, they smell nice, whatever. They're, you know, everybody's going with the society and a certain kind of, you know, whatever. That does not mean that. Know how to read energy, period. It says talk to your angels, ancestors, spirit guides. Yeah, y'all need to, for real. Instead of worrying, ask for the divine guidance. So, you know, maybe some of y'all, you know, you really been worried about this new beginning. You really been worried about what other people say about you. But I feel like you need to really connect with your ancestors, your angel spirit guides. And I feel like you've really been wanting to, or you don't know how to, but now it's time to decide and make a decision, you know, based on your real heart's true desires. Okay. So that. Go ahead and like and subscribe, please. I really, really appreciate it. It's light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. That's your real purpose if you want to be real about the whole situation. Yeah, you're supposed to spread light and love. Your purpose is to bring divine healing, light, and love to this world. No matter what you are from the outside. And this sits right under this, the sun. You know, whatever you get connects and it comes from the source. Not everybody's connected to the source. Continue to stay who you are, be who you are. I don't care. Okay? Be that person that your higher self, the most high mother and father wants you to be, because that's why you're here. People want to judge people just because of what they look like, but that does not mean that's who they are. Let's be real about it, right? I feel like you have like a creative expression that you really want to express out to the world, okay? Your soul longs to express itself. Let it. Let it. If you got a certain style, oh well, that's your style. You know, maybe your light is too bright to fit into that. You know, this is a big earth. We all have different worlds. Sure. Maybe some of you are teachers. You're supposed to be teaching. Okay. It says you inspire young people to learn. You have a gift. You have a gift of communication of that you can communicate with people. You don't have time to be worried about the outside world and what the outside world wants you to do. But I feel like you have a gift to communicate with and teach because it's like you were very in control of your inner being, your inner self. You're very stable from within. I feel like you have this healing about you that you can get people to stabilize their self from their inner being and blossom to bloom that out, right? Yeah. This creative expression keeps coming out. What else you got for us, Spirit? Author. Maybe some of you are writing a book or something like that. Um, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. Please do. That's all I'm going to say about that. Please, please do. Hmm. Energy healing. That was at the bottom of the deck. I'm not telling y'all about, learning how to read energy. Just because a person looks like what they look on the outside, it does not mean. Some people, they can look so good on the outside and they evil to the core. But you're going off judging a book by its damn cover and you didn't even open up and read that motherfucker. Right? You know what I'm saying? But it says your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. And I think that's what I was saying earlier too about the teaching. You inspire others to learn, and about you having a healing light that, the world, in this world that we live in today. And I feel like you have a gift in that. And that's crazy because it aligns as part of this picture. It aligns with the Hermit card to this Four of Wands. Some of your spiritual teachers, something like that, or evolutional teachers, something like the evolutionist teachers. Does that make sense? Yeah, some of you are into music. So if you are, a musician, you're into music, keep going. It says your connection to music is healing for yourself and others. Because I feel like it's very healing to you. That's why you do music, or you listen to music, or when you come to this reading, you listen to your favorite song, something of that sort. All right, for role models, that's all I have for y'all. If you enjoyed the reading, give me a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe, and there's some links down below. Let me know if you want a reading. Put it down in the description box, and we can get a comfortable price that we are agreeable on, and we'll go from there. All right. You all have a beautiful day, evening or night. I'll see you on the next one. Love you, role models. Bye bye.